Hello, my lovely Wolfpack, and welcome back to the Lone Wolf Show, brought to you by Wolfpack Media, the most entertaining place on YouTube for your news and commentary. I'm your host, Justin Huseman, founder and news contributor. We have a great show today, and I can't wait to get started, but before we do, don't forget to smash that like button, share the show with all your friends, subscribe to the channel, and join the pack today. Alright, so guys, we have some really sad news for you out of Idaho, as two firefighters were shot and killed, with one critically injured by a lone gunman who apparently had set a fire there in order to lure these unsuspecting firefighters and open fire on them. What's really weird is he opened fire after being told to move his vehicle, I guess. Really weird. Further weirdness here is the police haven't found any manifesto or motive of any kind, it seems. Also, it's been reported that his social media has seemingly been wiped clean, which just further makes this story really odd. These kind of attacks seem to be getting more and more frequent this year, as I've been saying on the channel that they would be. These kind of attacks are starting to become commonplace at this point, whether it be political assassinations we've seen the other week in Minnesota, whether we got the Butler, Pennsylvania shooting, the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. You know, things are just getting wild. You had the guy that ran over a bunch of people in New Orleans. It's getting wild, man. The Tesla blowing up outside of that building. The explosion, I believe that we did a report on that. The explosion at a what was it, a pregnancy clinic or something. We did a report on it. Go check it out if you want. But yeah, this is becoming more and more commonplace. We got some serious issues here, man, and I don't know what to. I really don't know what to say about it, other than, I mean, I hate to be the guy like I told you so, but I think that this is just the beginning, man. I think we're gonna see more and more things like this as the months kind of go on here, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. But I'm gonna be a realist here with y'all and say that we're just gonna keep seeing more and more attacks like this. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I abhor violence of any kind, but this is just the sad state of affairs that our country lives in right now. But let's go ahead and look at the story here. This article from the AP News. The man accused of killing two Idaho firefighters had once actually aspired to be one. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. That's how I'm going to say it. A 20-year-old man's life appeared to have begun to unravel in the months before authorities say he fatally shot two firefighters and severely wounded a third as they responded to a wildfire near Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Wes Rowley is the suspect in this. Wes Rowley was living out of his vehicle, and his former roommate, TJ Franks Jr., said he shaved off his long hair and started to kind of go downhill. The two lived together for about 6 months in Sandpoint, Idaho, until Rowley moved out in January, Franks said Monday. And scroll down. Rowley, who authorities say took his own life after Sunday shooting. Oh, wow, I did not know. I thought they had him in custody. But he took his own life after Sunday's shooting, is suspected of killing two battalion chiefs whose firefighting careers in Idaho span nearly half a century combined. The deaths of Frank Harwood, 42, with Kootenai County. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You guys know me. I can't pronounce names to save my life. Kootenai County Fire and Rescue, and John Morrison, 52, with the Coeur d'Alene Fire Department, have left their colleagues reeling, resulting in their departments adding law enforcement to every call, no matter how routine. Yeah. I don't know what that we're ever going to be able to guarantee people's peace of mind, at least for a while after an incident like this. Kootenai County Fire and Rescue Chief Christopher Way uh, said, but we are taking every measure we can to ensure safety of our responders. Rowley had set a fire using flint at Canfield Mountain, a popular recreation area. According to authorities, the firefighters who rushed to the scene found themselves under fire and took cover behind fire trucks. There was an interaction with the firefighters. Kootenai County Sheriff Bob Norris said it has something to do with this vehicle being parked where it was. 2 helicopters converged on the area, armed with snipers, ready to take out the suspect if needed, while the FBI used his cell phone data to track him, and the sheriff ordered residents to shelter in place. They eventually found Rowley's body in the mountains, his firearm beside him. He had killed himself, the sheriff said. Like, this is so sad. First off, I want to go ahead and say our thoughts and prayers are with the families of these firefighters. It's a sad state of events here, but and the fact that the boy in question, yeah, I'm gonna call him a boy. He is only 20 years old. That the suspect that did this, I couldn't even tell you. Especially since the fact that there seemed to be no motivation whatsoever, but we might have a little bit of, maybe I can surmise some sort of motive from this part of the article here. Rowley had once aspired to be a firefighter and had only a handful of minor contacts with area police, Norris said. A motive was still unknown, he said, but I could surmise that maybe that was a motive, and the suspect in question was just like mentally unhinged, and maybe he tried to be a firefighter, couldn't. I'm just making assumptions based on the information that I have here. Just yeah, that's my assumption, is maybe he just had some sort of grudge against the firefighters or whatever because he couldn't become one or something. Who knows? That's just my what I'm surmising from the information that we got, which is not much at this point. Like it says, a motive is still unknown according to the police. So I'll read on. He had ties to California and Arizona and was living in Idaho for the better part of 2024, although it was unclear why he was there, Norris said. When Rowley was living with Franks, his apartment cameras caught Rowley throwing gang signs at them, which worried Franks to the point that he called police. Oh, wow. So this guy called the police on his own roommate, huh? Throwing gang signs, huh? The landlord also called Franks one morning because neighbors reported that Rowley's vehicle had been left running for about 12 hours. Frank said Rowley was asleep in his room and said he forgot about the vehicle. Could have been some drug or alcohol-related thing there. Hours after Sunday's shooting, people gathered along Interstate 90 holding American flags to pay their respects as the 2 fallen firefighters' bodies were taken to the medical examiner's office in Spokane, Washington, about 35 miles from Coeur d'Alene. This is sad. I hate stories like this, but this was a big news during the weekend, so I figured I'd go ahead and I got ads popping up here. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right. So on Tuesday, a procession of police and fire vehicles accompanied a hearse as onlookers along a quiet street held flags, in some cases saluted as the vehicles got underway. Man, that's sad. That's sad. Sorry, guys. It's sad. No reason whatsoever, it seems. Just like lured people out there just to shoot people, like firefighters. That I'm just trying to. I'm really trying. My head's reeling, trying to figure out what possible motivation could it be, or could it just be a dude that lost his fucking mind? That's always the question in these cases for me. Is like, especially since like there's always like some weird things surrounding it, but it's looking like based on the things that the roommate said that he could just be a crazy kid. I don't know. I keep thinking ever since Trump's assassination, I keep thinking I'm like there's when things look kind of similar to that case, I just get this weird vibes, and I get to thinking my conspiracy brain. But I don't know. I think this might just be a mental health issue gone awry here. But that's why we got to talk about that a little bit. Like, if you notice any of your loved ones acting strange or out of character, we really got to keep your eye on your loved ones, man. Especially if you know they're going through like some sort of weird mental health crisis. We gotta keep our eyes open especially when we're dealing with the people around us, the people we know, the people we love. Always keep your eye out if one of your loved ones is acting strange, or one of your friends or anything like that, acquaintance, whatever. If they're acting out of the norm and they seem to be kind of spiraling, we really fucking look out for them people, because you never know what kind of stuff someone is going to do, even if it's completely out of character for them. I got to tell you, dealing with mental health issues myself most of my life, like that's kind of mental health, man, is acting completely out of character. It's a hard thing to deal with. But I'll read on here. Governor Brad Little ordered U.S. and Idaho state flags to be lowered to half-staff to honor the firefighters until the day after their memorial service. All our public safety officers, especially our firefighters, bravely confront danger on a daily basis, but we have never seen a heinous act of violence like this on our firefighters before, he said in his. And yeah, that's another thing that's weird about this. Like, not saying that any of this is justified or anything or easily explainable, but it is kind of out of pocket to be like. He specifically premeditatedly lured these firefighters out there. Like, did he lure them out there just to kill them? Or, and it's just strange. It's a strange state of affairs, because it's like it's firefighters. What the hell did firefighters ever do to anybody? Like I said, not trying to make a case out of it, just seems like a very strange way to have a mental episode, I suppose. But I guess, how can we try to explain what's going on in the mind of a crazy person? Anyway. Where was I? Harwood, one of the victims of the shooting, had been with the county fire department for 17 years. Kootenai County Fire and Rescue Chief Christopher Way said during a news conference Monday, Harwood was married and had 2 children. Man, and he was also a veteran of the Army National Guard. Eesh. I just don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words for this one, guys. It's just sad. Really, really, really sad. And thoughts and prayers out to those firefighters and their family. That's terrible. Just terrible. Morrison, who was also killed, started his career with the Coeur d'Alene. Sorry, I cannot pronounce this. Coeur d'Alene Fire Department in 1996, and had also worked as a paramedic. Coeur d'Alene Fire Department fire engineer David Tisdale, 47, sustained gunshot wounds and was in critical condition. Authorities said he had 2 successful surgeries, so that sounds good. We'll pray for him too. We still are in shock and are struggling to understand why someone would target unarmed, selfless public servants, Coeur d'Alene Mayor Woody McEvers said. By Monday afternoon, the fire was reasonably contained and responders had stopped significant forward progress, Way said. Wow, so this fire that this kid started turned into like an actual wildfire. Wow. To the point where they had to be contained. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. The Idaho Department of Lands said it had burned about 26 acres. Jeez. 26 acres. What a fucking rotten piece of crap. Associated Press journalist Haley in Seattle and Troy contributed to this report. Yeah, I don't care about that. Yeah, that's a hard one, guys. But I had to do a little bit of report on that one, a little bit of national news for you, just because it especially connects with a lot of the strange attacks, to say the least, that we've been reporting on for the past couple of weeks. So just figured I'd throw that one in for you today, but I'll go ahead and leave you guys there. I'm gonna try really hard to get you another segment out tonight. So hopefully stay tuned to that. I know I said that yesterday in one of my videos yesterday, and I didn't get to it or wasn't able to, but I will try. I'm doing my best here. I will try to get you another report out today, because there is one more story that I kind of wanted to cover today, but we'll see. Maybe I won't see you till tomorrow, but go ahead and follow us on X and Facebook, and make sure you subscribe to us here at the channel at Wolfpack Media 92, and we will see you all in the next episode. Peace.